Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for today's morning meditation. As you all know, if you've been tuning into these for a while, this isn't just a time for us to look at some verses and for me to do some commentary. What this started out as and what it continues to be is an incentive for us to all be reading the Word every day. And what we're doing is we're just following along my readings, my daily readings, and I'm pulling out for you some of the things that the Lord reminds me of as I read through the Word. My encouragement to you is as you're going through your normal Bible time to be asking God in prayer to open up your mind and give you understanding of His Word, which He will do, and for Him to speak to you every day through His Word. And you will be amazed at what He imparts to you and impresses to you as you read His Word and meditate upon it. So that's the whole purpose today, and we're looking at Job chapter 28 today, verses 20 through 28, where Job in this whole chapter is discussing wisdom. And he begins saying, "From where then does wisdom come? And where is the place of understanding? It is hidden from the eyes of all living and concealed from the birds of the air. Destruction and death say, we have heard a report about it with our ears. God understands its way, and He knows its place. For He looks to the ends of the earth and sees under the whole heavens, to establish a weight for the wind and apportion the waters by measure. When He made a law for the rain and a path for the thunderbolt, then He saw wisdom and declared it and prepared it. Indeed, He searched it out. And to man He said, Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding." Job makes a great claim in the last verse, saying that the fear of the Lord is wisdom, and this is echoed in other places in the Bible. It's actually called the beginning of wisdom, the fear of the Lord. And to depart from evil is understanding. So fear of the Lord, what does that mean? To fear God means to reverence Him or to respect Him. It means that we should be humble before Him, acknowledging that He alone is God and we are not God. And when we understand that we're not God and that God by Himself is everything, then we understand our incredible need for God, not just a relationship with Him, which is what He desires with us, but we need Him for everything. We don't exist without God. We don't take a breath without the grace of God. And if we think that we are somehow independent of Him, we are just fooling ourselves, and that's the opposite of wisdom. So reverencing God, understanding that He is a God, looking to Him to be our sole source for everything, our Redeemer and our supply, that is wisdom. And we express that wisdom, the fear of the Lord, when we depart from evil. When we do things God's way as opposed to our own way, then we are being wise because we are following the one who has all wisdom. No one else has wisdom except for God, because God is the only one who sees everything and knows everything. The problem with our wisdom is that it's so limited based on our experience or the experience of the human race, which to our eyes is considerable, but to God it's infinitesimal. So wisdom resides with God. Fearing God is wisdom. Departing from evil is our way of implementing that wisdom in our life. And what can we expect when we live a life like this? Well, Psalm 34 gives us some great verses to that extent. And if you read through this psalm, you will see in verse 8 that he says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in Him. O fear the Lord, you His saints. There is no want to those who fear Him. The young lions lack and suffer hunger, but those who seek the Lord shall not lack any good thing." That when we fear God and we trust Him, He will be the one who provides for us, and we will not lack any good thing. "Come, you children, listen to me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Who is the man who desires life and loves many days, that he may see good? Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. Here we see those two things coupled together again: wisdom and keeping yourself from evil, which is then following God, following God's wisdom. It says when we depart from evil and we do good, what can we expect? We can expect to see goodness from God. And that doesn't mean we get everything we want in this life, but that God will take care of us in this life and in the next. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. The face of the Lord is against those who do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cries out, and the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their troubles. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart and saves such as have a contrite spirit. God looking over those who fear him. He's going to deliver us from our troubles. He sums it up this way: many are the afflictions of the righteous. We suffer in this world just like all people suffer, but the difference is the Lord delivers him out of all of them. The righteous are delivered out of their troubles by God. He guards all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked. That when those who follow after evil against God's wisdom and live a life that way, then they're going to find that the thing that they trust in, that evil, their own plan, will lead them to destruction. Only going God's way will lead to eternal life. Those who hate the righteous shall be condemned. The Lord redeems the soul of his servants, and none of those who trust in him shall be condemned. So I want to encourage you today to be wise and to enjoy all the blessings that God has for those who fear him. Taste and see that the Lord is good today.